So what exactly this problem is and how to get rid of this problem, let's see what exactly is this all about. The post correspondence problem is nothing but there are two lists given to you. Okay. For example, there is a list A and there is a list B. Our concern is if we stack both the lists one on top of the other, then at the end, there should be a sequence of characters that would give me the same set of strings in A as well as B. If this is quite confusing, then let me show you with the help of this example. Okay, एक second. You might have heard about dominoes, right? Not the pizza one, dominoes as in tiles, right? So basically, what happens is dominoes are nothing but tiles where numbers are written one on top of the other, right? So, for example, this is one domino. It is domino A. That is all the top sides are A, and all the bottom ones are B. Okay, so I'm writing A1, A2, A3. Similarly, B1, B2, and B3. So I'm considering three tiles, which are 1 and 3 in number. My task is I can take any combinations of 1, 2, 3, so that at the end I get something where the top part and the bottom part should give me the same answer. As in, let's consider this one as a proper example. We are going to solve these examples one by one. My only task is I have to find a sequence of dominoes such that the top and bottom strings are same. So if I see these dominoes over here, I can simply say that these are basically four dominoes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I cannot start with 1. Similarly, I cannot start with 3. I cannot start with 4. Why? Because if I see carefully, 1, the first domino is starting with B, but the lower half is starting with C. My main task is if I stack or if I rearrange the dominoes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, whatever be the sequence, the output which I am getting, that should have the top part and the bottom part both should be the same. Am I clear? So which is the tile which I should begin with? I should straight away begin with this second tile. Yes or no? Am I clear? So what I should do is I should start with the second tile first. So it would be somewhat like this. Now you know that the next tile which I should select should start with 1. Yes or no? Am I clear? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? This lecture will be very short, approximately 40 minutes, because only these two topics are left. So let's solve this carefully, 4 to 5 problems based on this, and then the things will be very much clear. First, try to understand what I'm trying to say. You will be given a set of dominoes or a set of tiles, whatever you want to call it. In exam, it might be even called as tiles or dominoes. Basically, this concept is somewhat like this. You will be given two strings, two lists in short. There would be a list A, there would be a list B. Okay. So this list A and this list will be basically consisting of k number of elements, right? So list A will be having from x1 to xk. List B will be having from y1 to yk. Clear? These are non-empty lists of strings. Our task is we say that there is a post correspondence between A and B. Now, what is post correspondence? Post correspondence is somewhat like this. Suppose I'm writing one value, just have a look. Okay, I'm writing something like this A, B, B, C, A. And similarly, I'm writing something over here A, B, C, B, A. Now, according to this post correspondence problem, our task is to arrange. Suppose these are your tiles. Okay, ये एक tile है. This is my second tile. This is my third tile. And this is my fourth tile. Fourth tile में ऊपर कुछ है ही नहीं. I'm just giving you some hypothetical situations. So what is our task? Our task is जो end में हमें string मिलेगा, whatever string we are going to get at the end, that should have same top and bottom characters. Am I clear? Just have a look. This is your definition. We say that there is a post correspondence between A and B if there is a sequence of one or more integers such that the string xi xj till xm is equal to yi yj till ym. So what we need to do, we basically need to create a sequence. For example, this is these are your tiles. There are three tiles, one, two, and three given to you. Now A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3 might be some strings. It might be somewhat like this. शायद इसके अंदर A हो, इसके अंदर B हो. Suppose this is starting with BA and suppose this is starting with CA. Suppose this is AB and suppose this is C. So our task is to arrange these three tiles, one, two, and three, taking any combinations so that the first string and the bottom string, top string and the bottom string should be same. Am I clear? So this is what we call as undecidability of the post correspondence problem. That is what I was trying to explain with the example. अभी यहाँ पे example दिया है, example number 1. Try to understand this and then I will be solving it. The question is, does the PCP or does the post correspondence problem with the two lists have a solution? Is the explanation clear? Do let me know. नहीं समझा तो वापस करूंगा explain. Just don't keep mum. नहीं समझा तो let me know. Okay. So just have a look at this example. This example is all about we are given two lists, A and B. Our task is to arrange these two lists so that we get the solution. It is quite possible that there is a solution present. It is also possible equally that there is no solutions present. दोनों possibilities है. So what we need to do is we first of all need to give some labels to these lists. The labels could be, now I know it consists of three elements in each of the lists. So I will arrange them as A1, A2, A3. Similarly, the list B will consist of B1, B2, and B3. Am I clear? Because there are three elements in each of the list. So if I rearrange this, I can write it somewhat like this. एक second. I can write it somewhat like this. I can give it 1, 2, and 3. तीन अलग अलग tiles I can consider. This will be your first tile. This will be your second tile. This will be your third tile. So your first tile will consist of numbers such as A upon, one second, A upon A cube, right? Your second tile will consist of numbers such as AB A cube upon AB, and your third tile will consist numbers such as AB upon B. Is this clear? How we are creating the tiles? We are going to stack the corresponding top and bottom elements in one of the tiles. Okay. So as there are three elements, we can say that there are three tiles available, and each of the tiles will be having a top and a bottom character. Is this clear so far? Right? So whatever be the problem, you have to convert that into some tiles or some dominoes. In this case, there are three elements in the list. So there would be three tiles or three dominoes. And the next task is you have to convert all these tiles into top and bottom. Am I clear? Kindly let me know. Yes? Okay. Fine. Thank you. So our next task is we need to rearrange these 1, 2, and 3 in such a way that we get a solution. Solution as in top and the bottom strings should be the same. Okay. So now you only tell me what would be the ideal situation. Suppose I'm just taking random guesses. Suppose I'm starting with the first tile. If I start with the first tile, it would look somewhat like this. A upon triple A. Am I clear? Just add some distinguishing border over here just to differentiate between the tiles. So what I'm doing is, one second. What I'm doing is, this is my first tile. I've selected the tile number 1 first. Okay. Now, which number should I select? I can select either one, either two, or either three. Now you only tell me which of the tiles should I select next. I will give you all the scenarios. I have started with the tile number one first. So if I select the second tile now, it would look somewhat like this. Can I select this? You only tell me. Can I select the second tile? No. Why? Because it's clear that the top and the bottom strings are not matching at all. At the top, we are having a string such as A, A, B, A, 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 and at the bottom, we are having a string somewhat like this. So there is a clear mismatch after the second element, right? So we can't start it like this. Similarly, let's consider a solution which is starting with the second tile first. So if I start with the second tile first, I will get a solution somewhat like this: A cube upon AB. And now you only tell me which tile should I select next. It's basically trial and error. You need to keep on trying multiple combinations and then get a solution. So suppose I'm starting with 2. Let me start with 1 as the second element or the second tile. If I select 1 as the second tile, it would look somewhat like this. Can I select this? You only tell me. Yes. Why? Because now, as you can see, at the top, we are having values such as A, B, A cube, A, and at the bottom, we are having values such as A, B, A cube. So, यहाँ तक तो right है हमारा. Right. So far, we are right. Now, we need to choose one more element so that आगे का भी continuously right होता रहे. Am I clear? So, which is the next element that I should select? So, I have got a path right now. मुझे एक path मिल गया है कि I should start with 2, then I should select 1. Then you only tell me what I should select next. मैं नीचे लिख रहा हूँ यहाँ पे simplicity के लिए A B A cube A and A B A cube. यहाँ तक हुआ है. So now, according to this particular problem in hand, the next element which I am going to choose should have A at the bottom element. Yes or no? जो अगला एलिमेंट मैं चूज करूंगा उसके नीचे में बॉटम में ए होना ही चाहिए. सो दैट इज अ क्लियर कट इंडिकेशन दैट आई कैन नॉट सेलेक्ट 3. यस और नो? यू जस्ट कंपेयर विच आर दी सेम कैरेक्टर्स. यहां तक दोनों सेम है, राइट? So we are having the character, the top element as A over here. So we cannot select a character which is having bottom other than A. Am I clear? Because यहाँ पे भी A ही आना चाहिए according to our concept. So what we can do is we cannot have a tile which is having B at the bottom or which is starting with B at the bottom. So I can either select 2 or I can either select 1. Let's see what answer I get if I select 2. If I select 2, let me use a different color pen. I will get the answer as AB A cube upon AB. So can I select 2 as the answer? You only tell me. Can I go for the solution? No. It's clear that we cannot go for the solution 2, 1, 2 because then what will happen after this element? It will start getting mismatched, right? So as a result, we can't select 2 as the solution. So we will backtrack our answers and we will try to get a different solution with 1. So if I select 1 this time, I will get the answer as A upon A cube. I'm writing it like this. Clear? So yahan tak we are right. Yes or no? So far we are going right. Correct? Yes or no? So the next element which I should select should have A at the top. Now you only tell me which is the answer. It's very clear. It's very evident now. Correct. It's 3. Why? Because if I select 3, I will get the answer as this: AB upon B. And as a result, I will come to a conclusion that the top and the bottom, both part of the layer or the, what you can say, the tile are same. And as a result, the solution using which we get the answer is 2113. Am I clear? This is what we call as the post correspondence problem. although you are getting solution for this particular problem, you might face certain problems for which you might not even get the solution. It will enter into a recursive loop. It will enter into an infinite loop where you will keep on trying to find the answers, but still you won't get the answers. We're going to see such problems also. This is just the first problem. It is asked in the exam for 10 marks. What exactly is the post correspondence problem and how to resolve it? Am I clear? पहला क्वेश्चन सबको समझ में आया? So the required sequence is 2 1 1 3. Correct? And there might be multiple solutions also. So if you have got a solution, then it is nowhere, there is nowhere a guarantee कि कोई और solution नहीं होगा उस particular problem का. There might be multiple solutions also. This is one of the solutions that I'm getting. Am I clear? Any doubts with this? Now, if anyone is having any doubts still, kindly let me know. Because when you people keep mum, even I don't get an answer. I don't get a feedback. आपको समझ रहा है या नहीं? So kindly keep on interacting. Yes, Kushit, we can choose one tile multiple times. There is no boundaries. There is no limitations. We can choose n number of times with n number of possibilities. कितना भी combinations करो, you should get an answer at the end where the upper part and the lower part are same. Okay, Dhruv, is it clear? Kushit, is it clear? Everyone else can kindly let me know because I guess you people were having doubts initially. So do let me know if it's clear. Okay, fine. So let's move on with the second problem. The second problem is also the problem with which I had started this explanation. So tiles could be given in any particular format. You can see the tiles are drawn like this. They can be either given like this or they can be given in a list format and then you need to convert that into a tile, whatever it may be. So the way in which the question is asked might differ, but our ultimate goal is to find the solution for which the uncertainty of this problem or the undecidability of the problem can be resolved. Okay, so now I am expecting you people would be able to answer this. This is your problem in hand. There are four tiles 1, 2, 3, and 4. Our task is to arrange these tiles in such a fashion that we get a solution to this PCP problem. Now, again, post correspondence problem is nothing but there is a correspondence after the first symbol, that is post correspondence. So, if I'm writing one tile over here, if I'm writing something, for example, B upon CA, for example, I'm selecting the first tile. If I'm writing B upon CA, there should be a correspondence between the latter part and the former part. That is what we call as post correspondence. So once I have written the first string, there should be a correspondence between this first string and the string which I'm going to write next. That is what we call as post correspondence. So that is what we are solving for. So obviously there are four tiles, and out of these four tiles, I cannot start with tile number one. If you remember, this is the exact question I was asking and for which I was not getting answers initially. So now you only tell me which is the tile with which I should begin my solution. Obviously, it's a clear-cut indication that I cannot start with tile number one. I have only one option left, that is tile number two. Clear? Because tile number one, tile number three, and tile number four is not satisfying the condition. So let's start with tile number two first. If I start with tile number two, I will be having something like this: A upon, one second, A upon AB. Now the next tile which I should select should begin with B on top. Yes. So it's a clear-cut indication that I cannot start with 2, 3, and 4. I need to start with 1. Right? So it's clear enough. So it will be starting like this. I'm writing it all together but with a different color pen. So it is B upon CA. Now you only tell me what should be the third combination. It should start with C, right? So let me select the third option. That is only possible. So it would be CA upon A. Correct? So following the same logic, I need the fourth one to be having A on top. I can either go with 2 or I can go with B. Now you only tell me. There are two possibilities over here. Okay. If I go with 2, it would be A upon AB. Now, what we should do? It's very simple now. Now on top, there should be AB present. And I'm having AB only on the fourth tile. Am I correct? So I will simply select 4 as the solution and I would get something like this, AB upon C, sorry, ABC upon C it was, and hence it's solved. Am I clear now? So I can say that we have a solution for this post correspondence problem. Now how to write it? It's very simple, straightforward है, step by step लिखना है आपको. I've just shown you how to solve it practically, right? So you can draw something like this just to differentiate, or if you're having black and blue pen, you can use it, or you can simply draw boxes around each of the tiles to make it clear that this was initially on top and this was initially on the bottom, right? So the solution is 21324. How to write it? Okay, uh, you need to write it like this. First of all, draw the tiles and solve each of the iteration. Show that you are starting with 2, and then 1, then 3, and then 2, and then 4. Step by step, you have to go. And over here, as we have seen it, that it's basically with trial and error. So what you can do is, if you're having two options, for example, over here, uh, in this particular part, you are having two options. Either we could have started with 2 or we could have started with 4. So wherever you are encountering multiple options, you need to show both the options and then show that the other option is incorrect. That's why I'm selecting this correct option. Am I clear? So over here, instead of 2 1 3 2 4, I could have gone with 2 1 3 4. Okay. If I had selected 2 1 3 4, तो क्या होता वो आपको बना के दिखाना है, right? It would have been somewhat like this. यहाँ पे change होगा, right? So it would have been A, B, C upon C. So as a result, you can see that there is a mismatch over here, and that is why we are not selecting 2134 and we are backtracking to 2132. Am I clear? This is how you need to show in the exam because it comes for 10 marks. So each and every step is important. First of all, you need to start with the theory of PCP. I've already shown over here the theory is nothing but this is the theory. I'm reading it once again. Now the theory part should be clear because we have already seen an example on it. So let me read out the theory. Let A and B be two non-empty list of strings over the alphabet. Suppose A and B are given as follows. A is nothing but a set of x1 till xk. B is nothing but a set of y1 till yk. So our task is to find a correspondence. Obviously, there is a correspondence between A and B. We need to find a sequence of strings, a sequence of one or more strings or integers, so that what happens? So that xi is equal to yi, xj is equal to yj, and xm is equal to ym. In short, there is a correspondence between each index position so that x1 is equal to y1. Similarly, x5 would be equal to y5 and so on. Am I now clear with the theory? I hope this is clear after the example part, right? If still there is any confusion, do let me know. Okay, fine. So let's start with the third problem. So far, we are getting solutions. Now let's see if we are able to get solutions for the further problems. This is our next problem in hand. So this is another way of representing the tiles. That's why I have intentionally shown you different ways of solving this problem or different ways the problems are being framed. This is nothing but your tile only. There are three tiles, 1, 2, and 3. So you can replace this with whatever way you're comfortable with. This would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3. And you simply need to write it like this. 10111 upon 10. Similarly, 10 upon 0. Fine. So now consider this example and try to solve it. And do let me know if you're getting answers for this. Okay. So with which particular tile we should start? Okay. Fine. Correct. It's clear that we should start with 2. But as explained, we can even start with A. Sorry, we can even start with 1. Yes or no? As a computer, कंप्यूटर को तो पहले से पता नहीं होगा ना कि what is the exact answer. As we humans are capable to find the answers quickly, the computers need some logic. So the computer will clearly identify that it cannot start with C. It cannot start with 3. Why? Because if it starts with 3, the first character over here will not match with the first character over here. As a result, the computer will decide that it cannot start with 3. But it can start with 1. Yes or no? Because the first characters are matching. It is going one character at a time. So don't bother about कि अगला character तो है ही नहीं यहाँ पे, वो तो वहीं पे रुक जाएगा. But it is going one character at a time. So that is why what happens is we can even start with 1. अगर मैंने 1 यहाँ पे लिया, then what will I get as the answer? I will get 1 upon 1, 1, 1. Similarly, I can take 1 again. Yes or no? I can take 1 again. So if I take 1 again, it would be again 1 upon 1, 1, 1. Clear? Next, what I can do, I can take 2. So मैं क्या लिख रहा हूँ देखो एक बार. पहले मैंने 1 लिया. Again I took a 1. Now I'm taking 2. So if I take 2, it would look somewhat like this. Sorry. It would look somewhat like this. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So there is a clear mismatch over here. So what you need to do is in the exam, you need to take a non-solution also, and then you need to show it that this is not going to give me an answer. Samjha? So exam mein don't start straight away with a solution. If there is any possibility कि जैसे इस case में था कि we can start with this, take that and show that this particular solution will not give me the answer. So this is a non-solution. And then after showing that, you need to start with the actual solution. Yes, I am getting the answers. It is correct. 2, 1, 1, 3 is the actual order. So I will be starting with 2, then 1, then 1, and then 3. So let's complete this. If I select 2, it would be 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 upon 1, 0. Then 1 is taken. It is nothing but 1 upon 1, 1, 1. Next up, again 1. It becomes 1, 1, 1. And finally 3. 3 is nothing but 1, 0 upon 0. Clear? So the answer is 2, 1, 1, 3. So you can show it with demarcations. ये मेरे answers हैं. Okay. So beneath that, simply write the solution once again, just to make sure that this is your answer. Am I clear? मिला सबको answer? Anyone out there जिसको नहीं समझा? If any explanation is needed, I am again repeating. मैं 10 बार explain करने को ready हूँ, but at least let me know. मुझे समझेगा ही नहीं, फिर एंड में लेक्चर के 50 मिनट बाद आप बोले कि सर पहला स्टेप नहीं समझा. That doesn't look nice, right? So if you're having any doubts, do let me know right away. शर्माओ मत. We have almost reached the end of the subject. Okay, clear? Fine. So I guess this concept is really simple. We'll do 2 more problems because अब तक तो solution सबको मिल रहा है, right? Let's see how it goes. Start with this 5th problem first, and then we will see 1 4th problem, and that will be the end of this topic. And the last topic left will be just 2 3 minutes का topic है. It will require hardly 2 minutes. 2 marks के लिए आता है last topic. Okay. So let's see this. Now we are having this as a question. You need to convert this and check whether you are having any solution for this or not. So again, look out for which are the solutions, which are the tiles which you can actually select. You cannot select 4. पहले तो shortlist कर दो. You cannot select 2, right? So you can start your journey with either 1 or 3. So you have to start and show with both 1 as well as 3. So left hand side पे 1 से start करो, right hand side पे 3 से start करो, and then tell me whether you're getting answers or not. If I'm starting with 1, it would be 0, 1 upon 0. If I'm starting with 3, it would be 1 upon 1, 1, 1, 1. Right? Similarly, what should I select next? If I'm starting with 1, मेरे पास ये आया 0, 1 upon 0. So I should start with something which is having 0 at the bottom. Yes or no? Sorry, 1 at the bottom, not 0. Which should have 1 at the bottom. So which one we should select? Now you only tell me what is the solution for this. I have just given you the path. I have just shown you the path. Now you only tell me. It should have 1 at the bottom. By mistake मैंने 0 बोला था. Right? It's clear ना. 0, 1 upon 0 है. तो bottom में क्या होना चाहिए? 1 होना चाहिए ना अगले वाले के. So either we can select. So we have only one option, third, right? If we want 1 at the bottom, we have only one option left. That is the third tile. So if I write third over here, it would be 1 upon 1, 1, 1, 1. Right? Clear? So now the third tile which I would be selecting should have two ones at the top. Two ones at the top, matlab I can either go with 4 or I can go with 3 also. जरूरी नहीं ना कि एक ही बार में two ones हो. In two iterations also we can have two ones. Am I clear? Yes or no? So basically this will be like a tree like structure. जहां जहां पे possibilities आ रही है वहां पे आपको वो दिखाने पड़ेंगे. Am I clear? So shall I go with 4? Shall I go with 2? Shall I go with 3? You're having three options available over here. So what you need to do is आपके पास तीन options open up हो जाते हैं. You can even go with 2. You can even go with 3 also. 3 भी तो ले सकते हैं ना हम लोग. And you can even go with 4. It's not necessary कि हमें 2 zeros चाहिए, 2 ones चाहिए तो हम लोग straight away 4 ले लेंगे. Keep your vision open. You can even end up getting the answer with 2 or even with 3 also. Keep your horizon open, right? Ritik, I am getting some different answer. It's possible that your answer is also correct. So kindly एक बार check कर लो. Others also kindly pitch in and tell me whether you are getting the answer or not. Yes, yes, Harsh, you can have multiple solutions. The only concern is you should have top and bottom characters same, and it should not end up in a loop. दोनों एक जगह पे आके halt करने चाहिए. Halting problem we have studied, right? So the top and bottom characters should be exactly same, and the machine should halt over there. It should not leave any character. कि suppose bottom में 5 character है, top में 4 है. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. दोनों के length same होना चाहिए and same characters on top as well as on bottom. Right? So now you only tell me if your answer is correct or not. The solution which I am having is I have got the answer with 2. So if I select 2 over here, what I will get? I will get something like this 1 1 0 0 1 0 upon 0. The next which I had selected is 4. I'm writing it over here. So it is 1 3 2 4. So if I select 4 now, it would be 1 1 upon 0 1. So far so good. Right? Next, again I had selected a 4. So I again got the answer in this fashion. Right? And finally, I selected answer as 3. So if I select 3, it will be 1 above these 4 values. My answer is correct because I'm halting at one particular point over here. So now it's up to you. Kindly check your answers. Whatever answers I have got in the chat box, kindly check those answers whether उससे answer ऐसा same to same आ रहा है या नहीं. Same to same as in top and bottom should be same and it should halt. Okay, 1 3 2 4 4 1. 4 4 1 से भी आएगा. Check. If I select 1, 1 से कैसे आएगा आंसर? 1 3 2 4 4 1, is it correct? Isha, how come 1 3 2 4 4 1? Kindly check your answer. Let's test it out. Chalo. 1 3 2 4 4 1. I doubt it. Still, let's check it out. If I am selecting 1 first, it would be 0, 1 upon 0. Then let's select 3. 3 is nothing but 1 upon 4 times 1. Then 2. 2 is nothing but this 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0 upon 0. Okay, 1, 3, 2 is done. Let's select 4. 4 is 1, 1 upon 0, 1. Okay, so far good. Again 4. If I select one more 4 over here, it becomes 1, 1 upon 0, 1. Okay, फिर 1 लेके देखते हैं. नहीं आएगा आंसर. How is 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 1 an answer? It's not. So 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 1 is not the solution. The solution which I got is 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 3. Right. So I simply replace this. If I put it, if I replace this with a 3, I will get the answer. 3 is nothing but 1 upon 4 times 1. This is what I got. Yeah, 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 3 is the correct answer. Now you only tell me if you have any more answers different from this. ऊपर किसी और ने answers दिया था 1, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. Kindly check that. Ritik, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. Let's check this. 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. Okay, let's check this out. यहाँ तो आधा तो सेम ही है. यहाँ तक तो सेम है. 2 and 3. This is 1, 3, 2. ठीक है, इसके आगे देखते हैं. 4 भी सेम है. Okay. 4, 1, 4. So if I select a 1 over here, it is nothing but 0, 1 on 0. कैसे होगा? 4, 1 डालते आंसर रॉन्ग हो जाएगा. Am I clear? So I guess this answer 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4 is also not right. So I am getting this answer 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 3. Apart from this, any more answers which you are getting, which is solving this problem, kindly let me know quickly. 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes more. If possible, try to solve it with any other answer. Okay. According to me, this is the correct answer 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 3. तो प्रॉब्लम्स ऐसे ही आएंगे एंड whenever you encounter multiple options, you need to split it like a tree. You have to show each and every answer, each and every option. जैसे इस केस में 1, 3 के बाद I had the option of selecting 2, 3 as well as 4. So you have to show it. That is all the 10 marks is all about. Am I clear? समझा सबको? Kindly let me know. Okay. Shall I move ahead? The last problem for which you need to do some brainstorming. Okay. This is your problem. It looks simple. Let's start solving it. As we know, according to our concept of PCP, post correspondence problem, we cannot start with 2, we cannot start with 3. Am I clear? It's very fine, right? It's simple. So we have only one option. We can start with the first tile. So if I'm starting with the first tile, it looks somewhat like this: 1, 0 upon 1, 0, 1. Clear? Simple. So this is my first option. What next? So you only tell me it should be starting with 1, right? Correct. So which one you can select? Either you can continue with 1 only, or you can select 3. Yes or no? That is what I'm saying. You can either continue with 1 or you can take 3. So I have options now. I can either do it like this. For example, if I select 1, अगर मैंने 1 लिया तो it would be nothing but 1, 0 upon 1, 0, 1. So this is a non-solution. So if I select 3, it would be somewhat like this. Let me rewrite it again. If I select 3, it would be 1, 0, 1 upon 0, 1, 1. So we can straight away reject this first claim. This is so far, the second one is so far correct, right? Am I clear? So according to our logic, 1 1 is a non-solution, but 1 3 so far, whatever we feel so far, we feel that it is giving us a correct solution. So again, we should select something which is having 1 at the top. Yes, I can again go with 1. So if I select again a 1, it would look somewhat like this. Let me complete this first. If I go with 1, then it would be 1 0 upon 101. If I go with 3, what it will be? If I go with 3, it would look somewhat like this. Let me first write this. Is 101 upon 011. So now you only say what we should do. हमें क्या करना चाहिए? But आगे क्या करेंगे हम? 131 अगर मैंने सेलेक्ट किया तो 131 से भी तो समवॉट वैसा ही कुछ सोल्यूशन आ रहा है मुझे. या मैंने गलती किया कुछ? नहीं, प्रॉपर है. You only tell me what we should do next. Infinitely. Yes or no? Are we getting a solution? No. In both the cases, you can see we are having some sort of loops over here. अगर मैं ऊपर वाला भी कंसिडर करूं तो भी लूप है. If I consider this, it is nothing but 1 3 3 3 3 3. It goes on into a loop. Correct? So the loop of 3 will keep on continuing. I will not get a solution. Yes or no? You only tell me the answer. Come on, quick. Doubts है तो पूछो. If you're having any doubts. यहाँ पे एक मिस्टेक किया स्लाइटली मैंने. So this is again a non-solution. First one to non-solution here. Second one is a solution according to us. But again, what happens is this particular problem cannot be solved in a finite amount of time. As you can see, it is quite possible. To the naked eyes, it seems that यहाँ तक तो मैच हो ही गया, आगे भी हो जाएगा. We have a tendency to approximate things. Over here, we see that यहाँ तक सेम है. So आगे होने में कितना प्रॉब्लम है? 9 digits are same. 1 digit ही तो बाकी है. It's somewhat like that. So we think that it is going to converge at some point of time. But what is that some point of time over here? We are not having any distinct idea about it. That is why these problems are undecidable in nature. Am I clear? So whenever you get such a problem, you have to solve each and every possible option. We had started with this particular solution. 1 से start किया, then 1 की दो possibilities थे, either 1 or 3. So we showed that if I write 1 after 1, this will not give me a solution. So this was non-solution. So I had opted for 1 3. Again I saw that 1 3 looks pretty fine. उसके further और दो options बने, 1 3 1 and 1 3 3. We saw that there was a slight mistake over here while solving. So 1 3 1 is again a non-solution. We saw that 1 3 3 might give us a solution, so we had selected 1 3 3. Further आगे देखेंगे हम लोग. Again 3 3 3 3 3. This goes on in an infinite loop, never-ending loop, and hence we say that such a problem is undecidable in nature. So it is quite possible that in the exam you might even get problems which are unsolvable. Just like pumping lemma, 99% times it is not regular or not context free. Similarly, over here, 99% time you would be able to get a solution. 1% chances are still there that you might not get a solution. That is the beauty of this post correspondence problem.